Okay. There we go. We are live. Apparently. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa.
You alright?
I am.
Okay.
Are you alright?
I believe so.
Cool.
Is everybody else here? Have we got people in yet?
I'm gonna load up my laptop so I can see, because it's bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep, we have a few people coming in. So hello, June, Sandy, Sharon, Charlotte, Peggy, Cheryl, Woo Woo, and Karen. Katinka is also here, as is Diane and Carla. Who else have we got? Patsy is here. So PayPal is safe. Yeah, they're going to stay in business.
Oh, I see.
Isn't that right, Patsy? Going to stay in business when you're here. Katie is here too. Good evening to you, Katie. How you doing? Hope you're all right. So yeah, lovely. So a fair few of you in already. How great to see you all. Patsy says totally true. PayPal will stay in business. Okay. So hope we're all doing well. Happy Wednesday. Oh, it's been a Wednesday for me. Talking on Zoom all day, and the second I came off Zoom and shut down my computer, the little one next door decided to have a screaming fit. So for 20 minutes, all we heard was a literal screamathon, and then about half an hour later, there was some stamping going on. So I don't know what's going on next door, but the little one is not happy. Okay, let's just park this thread. Hey, Adria. So, I hope we're all doing okay. Patsy says doing well, which is good. Hi, David. Long time no see. How you doing? So, yeah. I've got Hannah and Lauren and Andy all with me.
Hi.
Hannah is eating crisps. Or chips, as you would call them in the USA. Andy is busy on his laptop. And what's Lauren doing? Microwaving some cherry pie, I think. So it's all go in this house. Cherry pie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Cherry pie that was 10p.
Yep. Cherry pie that we put in the freezer. Sharon and Patsy both say sounds yum. Or she could do with some custard for it, I think. So yeah, Lauren has got some cherry pie. So June has had a long day, now just on to a long week of making more doctor's appointments just for one kid. I don't want to adult today. I hear you, June. I feel you. There are some weeks when we're a parent that we literally do not get a moment to ourselves, and other weeks where it seems like we don't do anything. But yeah, I'm with you. Hey, Enid. And Cecilia, hello, welcome in. So we have a couple of birthdays on the Simply Stitcher group today. So one is our Kelly, Kelly's Quilts and Cruisers. So if you're in, Kelly, happy birthday. If not, we will wish you a happy birthday when you get here. And to B Crafts or Belinda, she's also having a birthday today. And Karen had one of our Karens had one. Sounds wrong to say that one of our Karens. One of the ladies called Karen had a birthday the other day. That's better, isn't it? don't want to call anybody a Karen where I can help it. It just doesn't seem fair. So yeah, there we go. So it's all go in Simply Stitcher and Friends. We've had a number of new people who have joined us in there too. So yeah. Anyway, I've had a sneaky look, and I know I have a few bits on Sew and Tell, but what have you guys got on your frames today? What are you working on? For me, obviously, it's my night cafe, and I know Patsy particularly will be champing at the bit to have a sneak peek of my new start as well. So I started Magpie earlier today, and I've done 700 stitches on it so far. So I will be giving you a sneak peek of that too. But yeah, what are you guys working on? Okay, so Cheryl, as ever, is working on her Disney cross stitch. Patsy was just about to ask. Sandy has got Tiger Lily, which is a Laurie Prindle pain-free crafts at 4.62%. Carla is doing a diamond painting, a Randall Spangler. Sharon is working on her Celtic fuchsia. 4 Seasons for Patsy, the Jacek Yerka piece, a Heaven and Earth design that she started after finishing the beautiful vintage sewing machine. So David is working on 2 Quaker Sisters modern folk embroidery, and Charlotte is working on crochet, already stitched today on a fox and rabbit design. And Anna Karen is supersized max colour cosmic marbles, and Diane is on the 5th house in the Kingdom of Books. Celia is in. Hey Celia. And Celia is working on Mini Holiday Haven, a Heaven and Earth design. And Peggy is also working on a Fox and Rabbit, the Mystery Sal. Chromatic Dragon by Pain Free Crafts is on Denise's radar today. So yeah, we've got some lovely projects coming out in this chat. So I look forward to seeing some of those on Sew and Tell. If you haven't put something in on Sew and Tell thread, now is your opportunity to do so. About 8:15, we will have a look at that and see what you guys have been up to. Little Cake Shop, Amy Stewart for Katinka, Heaven and Earth design. Enid is working on small Turkish sampler. The details are in the thread. Thank you, Enid. Hey, Victoria. And hi, Leslie. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Are you well? I hope you're doing okay. Oh. Let's put my earphones under my pillow. There we go. Hi, Laurie. How are you doing this evening? Are you all right? Okay. How's the cherry pie, Lauren? Thumbs up. Great stuff. Hey, Joyce. Hey there. Are you all right? Feeling a much happier Joyce today after having the pattern that you were working on looked at and the corrected version sent for you. So yeah, I'm feeling that you were going to be much happier today, our lovely Joyce. Charlotte says, and before I forget to say, you need the greetings from Laura Lynn. Thank you, Charlotte. Do send them back to Laura Lynn and wish her all the very best. And if she has a live on Saturday, I will be looking to join the live on Saturday. Laurie is doing good, working on a paper shark model. Ooh. Leslie has started with a cough and cold. Oh no, it's not what we want. It's the season though, isn't it? The weather's very changeable, and I think that's where coughs and colds start to come out a little bit, when it's much changeable. Hey Cindy, and Joyce says, I'm much happier and thanks for the support. So for those of you that don't know, if you're not in my Facebook group, poor old Joyce, working away on her water fairy, and it turns out that there were some missing symbols. So there was some frogging to be done, and contact Heaven and Earth Design for an updated version of the chart. And of course, Heaven and Earth Designs have got quite a lot going on at the minute, so at the minute it's a bit difficult. So yeah. June has just remembered to post on the thread and posted both the ones that she's been working on. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, June. There is a live Saturday. It's a birthday stream. Oh, whose birthday? Is it Laura Lynn's birthday? Because if that's the case, I'm definitely going to be there. I'm cancelling all my plans. So for those of you who have an interest in quilting, we're talking about Mom and Pop's Quilt Shop here on YouTube. She does a couple of live streams a week. She normally does one stitchy related and another one quilting related. It's Marcus' birthday. Is that her son? I want to say it's her son. But however it is, we are going to be going over there Saturday and wishing some birthday wishes. Yes, her son. Thanks, Laurie. Okay, right. So let me put Patsy out of her misery and show you guys how far I've got on my new start. So this new start today is another Gecko Rouge. And I don't know if you'll see the full picture here. So I'll just have to zoom back out. There we go. So I've started this one today. It's a magpie. And would you believe there is not a single stitch of black in this? The darkest colour is a very dark blue. Think like 939, that sort of colour. So this is my new start. It's a limited edition Lorna Lane Gecko Rouge. It's not massive, to be honest. Total stitches 70,913. I have done 700 stitches today, so I am almost at 1%. Some fluff from my cardigan. So as you can see there, we've got, this is the top portion of the wing, the top feathers in the wing. And there are lots of blues, greens and purples in this little section here. So we've got very dark blue, some light blue, greens, and then we also have some purple accents in here. So let me just zoom in again a little way on the stitches so you can just about there see the purple. So yeah, and that is 700 stitches. And that's what I've been working on today. It will be out on the Sunday stream. So if you're around on Sunday, it'll get some extra stitches in the Sunday stream. And we'll carry on. Okay, where are we on this one? So there's only 5 left now. And Hannah is still waiting for unicorn, aren't you, Hannah? Oh, come on, pattern keeper. Enid says, I think it's a black-billed magpie, but don't quote me on that. They are truly beautiful, especially in the sunshine, but not everyone agrees. Yeah, I quite like I don't mind magpies. But the magpie that's on that image is the kind of magpie that we would see here in the UK. Different parts of the world might have different magpies, but we would see that particular kind that's on that image. Okay, 550. I want this one. Yeah. So yeah, I am super happy with how it's turning out. I'm a little behind in my stitches this week, and I think it's because I'm busy at work and I'm a little bit tired. And huh?
You're training people. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, and I think what it is when I sit down in an evening, I think I've got loads of time, but in reality, I haven't, and I'm taking my time and being a lot slower.
You're entitled to go as slow or as fast as you like, sweetheart.
I'm sure I'll catch up. I'll probably catch up at the weekend, to be fair. I'm not upset about it. It's just that, you know, like I said, I've been busy. Where's my needle gone? What's that? Denise, just received an email from Haid that my Sheep Sleeps regular Max Colours kit has been mailed to me. Can't wait to start this one. Ah, wonderful. Yeah, you will love it. I loved every stitch of mine. I struggled a little bit in the beginning, but I learnt to love every stitch. So we had a minor disaster here yesterday.
What? Just because it was you who caused said minor disaster doesn't mean that people can't be told about it.
Yeah, but stop laughing.
Why?
It's because you're laughing, Andy. Okay, who wants to hear
We set it up now, Nikki.
about our disaster?
We set it up now. Lauren's got a right mardy look on her face because of it.
Hey, it was nothing that couldn't be solved, is it?
It was solved in a very interesting way, I have to tell you. They're all in suspense now.
Oh, yes. Now, you see, it could have gone 2 ways. I could have absolutely, completely gone off my rocker, or I could have just carried on doing as I did and be very philosophical about it.
Well, considering that the disaster involved something of yours.
I'm going upstairs now.
Okay, see you in a bit. Love you.
I wonder why.
So, I was working. I work until 5 o'clock.
I want you.
And I was just logging off yesterday, just finished work. And I hear, oh, hey, Kelly, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, lovely Kelly. Happy birthday to you. There you go, I've sung to you.
Back to the story.
Back to the story. So I was just logging off, finishing up what I needed to do, and I hear a crashing sound. And it's a very specific noise of somebody falling on the stairwell. So I was like, oh. So Andy, I hear him from the living room say, are you okay, Lauren? Because it was Lauren who was on the stairs. And she said, yeah. And then Andy got up, went to the bottom of the stairs. I'm still finishing logging out from work. And he come into the kitchen. And he had his hands over his face. And I said, is everything all right? Is Lauren okay? And he said, well, Lauren's okay, yeah. Can't say that for the stair bottom, though. So at this point...
Where?
So at this point...
You have to go out the front door.
I'm a bit quizzical and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why wouldn't the bottom of the stairs be okay? So last year we bought some paint
Oh no, in the conservatory store.
for Lauren's room because we plan to redecorate. We still haven't got to the stage that we can redecorate, but that's another story. I think you might be able to guess what's coming up. So on the stairs, there were 2 paint cans.
This was not my fault, by the way.
As Lauren has fallen on the stairs,
Slipped.
she's dislodged one of the paint cans. It's- Hey, enough. Hannah, you can keep your nose out.
Go on,
Go.
Lauren. Go on, Lauren. You're
Let
getting
the
cold in.
heat
You're
out.
cold in.
Sorry. So as Lauren has slipped, she's caught and dislodged one of the cans of paint, 2.5 litres of paint. It was about 6 steps up.
Something like that.
It's bounced its way to the bottom of the stairs and the can's blown open. So I had 2.5 litres of sage green emulsion paint pooling at the bottom of my stairs on my beige carpet.
Did you get him, Lauren?
Not there.
Not there. Oh.
What you lost?
Black
My
headphones.
Oh.
Somewhere in between the car and here.
Hannah,
I already
will
said
you
no.
keep your nose out?
Not when I put my nose not when I get Lauren.
Oh, she's not coming up.
I've already told her no multiple times.
She said no, so you need to learn to listen.
Put them back in the...
Oh, I have to referee. I'm so sorry. So, cue a roll of kitchen roll, a roll of bin liners, some hot soapy water and old towels. It's not perfect, but I think we have most of it up. To be fair, the carpet is old and probably needs to be replaced anyway, but still.
Andy.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting again, but
This what?
playing stuff. I'm
You're
blind.
not. You're blind, aren't you? You got your glasses on as well.
I know. Sophie interrupted again.
Okay, off you go.
I'm going now. On my headphones.
Good.
Okay. So at the moment, I have towels on the wet carpet at the bottom of the stairs to soak up and to protect people's feet as they walk through.
It'll be dry now.
Well, it's not. It was. I checked earlier. And Andy said to me, he says, "You're very calm about all of this." I says, "Well, what's the point in not being calm? It's not like we can take it back, is it? Can't turn back time. But hey, it's not the first time that paint's gone over and been spilt, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last." So yeah, that was great fun yesterday evening.
Fun. Fun.
You say fun in a very tongue-in-cheek way,
I'm
Andy.
gonna say fun.
Excuse me. I
Yeah,
think
I don't think you can describe it as fun.
no.
But you
Anyway.
didn't get angry with her, right? Did you?
No, there's no point. You shouldn't get angry for an accident.
But the thing, see, the thing is, what we haven't told them is how it affected Hannah.
Oh yes. So yes, Patsy, you're quite right. It was an accident, and Lauren is okay, and that was the main thing. Now, don't get me wrong. We did chin a little bit at Lauren because she was walking down the stairs with a phone in hand, not paying a blind bit of attention to what she was doing. Managed to tangle herself up in something she was carrying, some sort of blanket, and that's how it all happened. So we have not told her off for the accident because it's an accident, but told her off for going down the stairs with her head in a phone, which is something I constantly tell the girls not to do. But Hannah was affected by it because sat on the top of the paint can was a pair of Hannah's shoes. So Hannah has had a pair of shoes as a casualty of the paint.
It was a very nice.
They were, yeah,
colour.
they were black shoes.
Not black anymore.
No, they're sage green. So yeah, whoops indeed. Hey Tina, just got back in from the evening. Glad that all are okay after the accident on the stairs. Yeah, they're all good. A casualty of a pair of shoes and a patch of carpet. And I've lost a couple of old bath towels in the process, but
no, that's no great loss.
It could have been worse. Well, the paint cans were sat on the side of the stairs, ready to go up for Lauren's room to be decorated, but they've never made it that far because her room is not tidy yet to the point that I can decorate it. So, and they were put on the stairs as a reminder every time she went up to tidy the room a little bit, even if only for a few minutes a day. Okay. Sharon says, at least it wasn't over your cross stitch. Very true.
Oh, can you imagine if it was?
Now I would have lost my nut over that.
To be fair, though, it would have washed out, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know how fabric reacts to paint.
Not terribly well. Green shoes for spring, yes indeed. Just because I parked that in the wrong place. So yeah, I would not have reacted terribly well had it been over my cross stitch, but luckily that was not a bridge I had to cross. But yeah, on my hands and knees, scrubbing the stair bottom was not on my bingo card. Luckily today she didn't come straight home from school, so there were no chance of her knocking anything else over. She went to a trip to see Dracula at a theatre not far from us. Yeah. So Hannah is a bit peeved, yes, just a little.
Just a bit.
So I said to her, I will happily buy her a new pair of shoes, but I think she's more upset because they were the shoes that she had and wore on her 21st birthday. But we've been telling Hannah, take your shoes upstairs.
To which Hannah's response is probably going to be something like, they're not supposed to be upstairs.
Yeah.
Which they're not, to be fair.
She said she wanted them upstairs and never took them. Sorry, I'm back, says June. I had a bit of a power glitch, but not sure if you might lose power. Oh dear. It's not what you want, June. Fingers crossed you can stay here as long as possible. So I have been training today at work and on Tuesday, and I was training people from overseas. I wish I could have gone there in person, but sadly not. I could have had a holiday on my company, but sadly not. I did say my passport was in date. I could have gone. Enid says we had obnoxious winds last night. Usually mellow Labrador was shaking and whining. It was so loud. Oh dear. I don't want that. Dogs are affected though, aren't they? Quite a lot by weather and stuff. Hey Senga. Not done much stitching in the last couple of days. Spent a few hours in the urgent care with my son. Oh no. Is that you tapping?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just waiting for something to load.
I hope everything's okay, Senga. And there's nothing worse than urgent care. They're the most boring places. Having to wait. But I do hope that everything is okay. Kelly, because it's spring break for the kids, the weather is not great. It's just cloudy today, but rain starting tomorrow and through the weekend. Our weather has been very up and down again. Warm 1 minute, freezing cold the next. It was quite funny because the people who I've been doing the training with are over in Asia, and it's very warm. And I'm here, loaded up, jumper on, cardigan on, you know. And I said to them, I says, is it warm where you are? Because here I'm freezing cold. Oh yes, it's very hot where we are. Like, damn it, I should have gone to should have been able to go in person. I wouldn't have been complaining about being cold.
It has been a bit strange today, though.
What, the weather?
Yeah, because it was icy when I got up.
Yes.
But like 2-3 hours later, I'm sweating me blooming nuts off.
Baking sunshine after a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I looked out the window first off this morning. I'm like, oh, it's frosty outside. But it was well into the double figures today, wasn't it, for temperature?
Oh.
I saw it at least 12 degrees, which doesn't sound particularly warm, but, you know, to get to plus 12 from -2, I think was quite good. He fell over whilst running around outside the community centre and fell into the bike racks. He's got an inch-long deep cut, came to me pouring with blood. Had to get steri strips to close it. Oh no. Poor little one. Hopefully he's on the mend. And yeah, let's hope that he doesn't have to have another experience like that. That must have been quite something for him. How old is he, Senga? Hey, Gail. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. Hey, Ashley. Hello, everyone. Not here for long, but wanting to catch show and tell and chat a little. Cool. I'll be doing show and tell in about 5 minutes, Ashley. So you're just in time because I do it for about 8:15. He'll be 7 in May. Oh, so he's only still very young then, Senga. Well, fingers crossed that this is the last time that something like that happens to him. But little boys, as we know, can be a little bit on the boisterous side. So Anna Karen, about the May Sal, I found an error in the pattern. There's a missing stitch to the left. All right. Can you share a screenshot or something of where it is, Anna Karen, so we can have a look? We might be able to work out what should be there. Unless you've already done the detective work. June says it's 81 there today, and the news said it's a new record. All right. Senga, yeah. My son only ever wrecked himself playing hockey, says Kelly, but not too bad considering he played for 9 years. Yeah, hockey can be brutal. I used to go and watch a lot of ice hockey here. We haven't been for a long time, actually, have we, love? Oh. And ice hockey can be quite brutal too. I used to like going to watch ice hockey and see a good scrap on the ice.
Go and fill the washing up. Shout me when he's starting so and tell so I can get the jingle.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, I can, and I think it should be the darkest teal colour. Cool, we'll have a look. I haven't really studied the pattern as yet. I've just bought it. And I will be getting it ready probably late April. But yeah, it's great that you've been able to flag up now that there's an issue, because if we can't work it out, then we've got time to go back to Michaela. Charlotte found it as well, but I think already which colour there should be. Great stuff. Kelly says, yeah, beat each other to a pulp sometimes. He was a defenseman and he was pretty tough, built like a brick poop house, as my dad says. Yeah, we use that expression here too. And if you can imagine it, in my very broad Yorkshire accent.
You haven't got a broad Yorkshire accent.
I do compared to some people. Yeah, I can do with proper broad Yorkshire accent.
Not from this part of Yorkshire, Nicky.
I can do a proper broad Yorkshire accent when I'm a blooming mind.
Yeah, I know, but
I just try and speak so everybody can understand what I'm saying.
people can understand me.
Betty, in the Simply Stitcher Facebook group, I'm doing a stitch along for May. But also, if you have a look in the description box of the last floss tube I did, so floss tube 11, I want to say, there is a link to the pattern in there. So it is an abstract, and I think it's quite nice. It's pastel colours, or mainly pastel colour. It's 140 by 140 stitches. So it's less than 20,000 stitches for the entire piece. Unfortunately, I can't share what I've done due to copyright, but I have redrawn the pattern in WinStitch for my own personal use. And that's how I found the missing stitch. Ah, I see. It might be worth a comment on the original post and see if Michaela herself can correct it on the pattern going forward for other people. But I'll have a look and see where we're at. No worries, Betty. If you like it, then you can join in with us. No worries. But if it's not your cup of tea, then Stitch Along is open to everybody, regardless of what pattern you choose. So if you want to do it on something different, that's absolutely fine. So if you're stitching from stash and you want to do a project for Stitch Mania, then yeah, you can choose any one of yours. The aim for the SAL is 100 stitches per day. And that will give you over 3,000 stitches in a month. I have a recurring knee stroke ankle injury from field hockey at school, but not too bad. My only A&E trip was when I broke my wrist stage 5 after falling down the stairs. Oh, yikes. The only bone I have ever broken is a finger.
I've never broken a bone.
And I've actually broken more than one of my fingers. And the last time I broke a finger, I broke this middle one, and the break was in this section. And I was very lucky that I didn't need it pinning or anything like that. And it was a dog that broke my finger. I'm not quite sure how the dog did it, but the dog broke my finger. I'm stressed out, so not typing much, trying to stitch to take my mind off it. That's okay, Enid. You do what is best for you. And sometimes just listening in is the best thing. Oh, Catherine is coming in from Facebook. I'm just going to have a look at that, and then we're going to go and get ready on Sew and Tell. So Catherine says hi to all. Coming in from Facebook there. Ashley says I broke my baby toe, stubbing it off a chair. Lord, that put me on my knees. Oh, I bet it did. Nothing worse than breaking a toe, especially a little toe, because we don't realise how important it is for balance. A little toe has a massive impact on your balance. Senga's broken a wrist and ankle falling off horses. And Enid broke the heck out of a pinky toe as a teenager, and it dropped me. I ride around unable to scream. It's disfigured from that. I know what you mean. Senga is crocheting, instead of stitching tonight, a cardigan for herself. Good on you. That's what I like to see. Self-care. I am almost ready for Sew and Tell, my dear.
Are you now? Okay. Well, if you can just hang on a minute, I will come and load the jingle.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have Sew and Tell these days without jingle.
Nope, you cannot have Sew and Tell without the music.
Because it's kind of the most important thing. Well, sort of.
So I'll just wait for Andy to finish being a domestic god.
Me? A domestic god?
Yes, folding up the washing.
Sweetheart, not being funny, right? But I folded up the washing for how many years now? You haven't touched the washing for a long time, because I've done it.
No, because you want to do it. He is the man indeed, Kelly.
Don't know how to wash a pot either.
Don't know how
I do it.
I don't know how to work the washing machine.
Don't know how to work the washing machine. Don't know how to work the dryer. You don't even know how to work the kettle because I make all your drinks for you.
There we go.
Should I shut up now, or am I going to get myself in trouble?
You're not going to get yourself in trouble, but get that jingle on, man.
I'm finding it now. Give me a chance, woman. Jeez, Louise, the amount of running around I do.
I'm not asking you to do any running.
Good.
No stitching for some time, says Gail. Arm still strapped up and has a checkup today. I may need further surgery. Not a happy girl today. Ah, bless you, Gail.
Right, are we good? Ready?
Yes, we're ready when you are.
Okay, here we go.
So gather round, it's your time to show every cross stitch, every row. So when we tell your art will shine bright, join us now, it's a stitching delight. It's your time to show, and the world of needle, everything's divine. Different stories, stitch by stitch by stitch. So and tell where creativity's grown.
Okay. No, that's the insights. I don't want that. So we have one post that is not in the sew and tell thread, but still just as important. So Kathy is stitching this piece. It's called Rosa Galicia. Let me show you the mock-up. Or Rosa Gallica, should I say? Look at that.
Is it Spanish?
I don't know.
It's probably Galicia.
Oh, no, Gallica. There's no IA at the end.
Right,
Okay, so there's the mock-up. So Kathy says on this post, it is pretty, Enid. Indeed. So calming to stitch this one on 18 count Ada 2/1. I was having trouble last week, feeling like the squares were overcrowded with 2 strands. Realised that after Nicola confirmed 2 threads should work on the 18 count, my tension was off. Since I am a little firmer with the stitches, everything has come out just fine. Thank you for the help. My absolute pleasure. So you're now getting more out of this piece. That's fantastic. Okay. Really pretty, isn't it? Okay. See, I have restarted the tablet. I have debunked the tablet. And then the day after the last stream, the tablet had an update. So here we go. Tori is working on Cosmic Marbles. Amy Stewart. This is the max colour version. 28 count. 1/1 full cross. She's at, goodness gracious, Andy. She's at 14.5% or 50,711 stitches completed. Looking super colourful. Really, really nice. So, yeah, loving that one. I've got my Cosmic Marbles out later. Yes, Gail, me too. I heard it as well.
I was in the kitchen. I don't think you could hear it from in there.
Oh, you'd be surprised. We can hear a pin drop, can't we, ladies and gents?
Are there any gents in tonight?
Yes, Davidson. Ashley says, nice one, Andy. LMAO.
Sorry. I didn't think you could hear. That's why I thought I was all right in the kitchen.
Listen, this channel is known for keeping it real, okay?
Can't get much more real
So,
than that.
this is the Cosmic Marbles mock-up. Oh, dear. Better out than in, yes, indeed.
We're all talking about it now.
Yes, we're all talking about you and your musical backside. Okay. Enid is working on the small Turkish sampler. Pellin teaser, cyber stitches. It's a free pattern and she's using DMC 798. So, yeah. You are creating a little stir on this stream with your tootin'. Your darn tootin'.
The only noise I'm going to be making from now on is ringing that blooming bell. Has anyone finished though?
Don't know yet. Okay, so Vicky As she says, not much to look at the moment, but if you zoom in, you can see greens and browns, what looks like it needs to be filled in, but that's what's called for. And this work is called Kaleidoscope of Butterflies, and it's 1.55% done, and it's 7,801 of 504,860 stitches. Yep, so that is you indeed, Vicky. So as we zoom in there, we can see where the other colours are going in. So there we are. June says, he made me laugh and my cat went nuts running. There you go. Glad to be of service, eh? Okay, and this is the mock-up of that beautiful piece. I'm sorry, it's a little bit small, coming up on the tablet on the screen there, and not as clear as I would like, but a super fun piece. And when it gets down into this portion here, oh my goodness, we're going to see some detail. Oh, Katie's got to do a bit of frogging. Oh dear. Okay, Sharon is working on Celtic Fuchsia by Heaven and Earth Designs. 52,410 stitches done at 42.78%. And Sharon is colour completing the black, and we can see the end, can't we, Sharon? 5,978 black stitches to go. So yeah, it's looking great. I'm going to zoom in on that needle minder. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about cross stitch. Very true of many of us. Yes, Vicky, there will be some confetti in that one, I'm pretty sure. But it'll be worth it because it's a stunning piece. Come on, turn off. There we go. And Sharon has shared the mock-up here. Malcolm Watson artwork, Heaven and Earth design, 90 colours, 350 by 350. Yes, 350 by 350 stitches. But yeah, isn't that just lovely? I think there's some other flowers in this series as well. So if flowers are your thing, I've got you covered. So our lovely Sandy is working on this beauty. This is a Laurie Prindle piece, and it's called Tiger Lily. And it's Pain-Free Crafts. So let's have a look. She's doing 2 over 1/10 stitch on some 25 count, and Sandy is at 4.61%. So looking great. I love 2 kinds of lily. Stargazer lily, the pink ones, are my absolute favourite, but the tiger lily is a close second. I actually grew some tiger lilies once. They were really pretty. Remember that?
I do, yeah.
Okay. June will be right back. No worries, June. So Charlotte has got a crochet hook out, and she's crocheting some granny squares. So there we go. Lovely granny squares. And Joyce is back on track with her Water Fairy Max Colour. So as Joyce mentioned on a live stream a couple of streams ago, the big secret is all of these park threads are straight when she's taking the photo. But yeah, Joyce is back on track and happy that now the issues with the pattern have been resolved. And it's looking fab. And Joyce has shared the mock-up of this piece. So as you can see, this is the square and slightly cropped version of my sailing fairy, but this is the Heaven and Earth Designs chart, whereas mine is a pain-free crafts one. So there we go. Okay. What else do we have on here? So Tina is working on Mini Peony Glow Heaven and Earth design. She says she's not sure if she'll make the stream, but she is here. And this is currently at 13.75%, 1/1 on 20 count. And Tina has found the bottom corner. So fantastic. It's a milestone achieved. Shall we ring the bell for that, finding a corner? Yeah, go on, we'll ring a bell. Milestone achieved. Okay. We celebrate all milestones, no matter how small they may seem. They're all important. And Tina has shared the mock-up for this one. And there you go. So if you like peonies, again, Heaven and Earth Designs, I've got you covered. There we go. So June has just popped out, but she has shared the two pictures of the two pieces that she's currently working on. So these are both stamped cross stitch. So this is the first one, and I can see that she's been working here in the bottom left. But I can't see as yet that June's done an awful lot on this one at the moment. But I'm sure that will soon change, because June does enjoy her stamp cross stitch. And then there's this one, which is the second, which is a larger Disney piece. So as I zoom in here, we can see the image at the top. I'm not sure if this is similar to yours, Cheryl, the Disney cross stitch, or if it's different. But as you can see, we've got a lot of Disney characters, which will be coming out in this printed cross stitch kit that June has got. So fantastic. So we look forward to seeing those develop. So our lovely Kelly, happy birthday to Kelly. The middle part of the gemstone quilt is done. My sister and I will use the other 8 blocks as borders and corners. I pinned it over the top of other stuff on the wall already, so you can see the top parts of the wolf and part of the 2 corner blocks for one side of the quilt. Look at that. Really, really pretty. Okay, so here we've got one of the blocks, the other block, and there, and then with the wolf quilt in the background. So yeah, look fabulous. Okay, they do look real, don't they? They look like a pair of earrings. Obviously big earrings, but you know. So the 2 blocks represent Mum and Dad, May and January. So this will be a garnet. This one, emerald for May. Or is it a topaz or some kind of topaz? Or is it not a peridot, is it? No, peridot is later on in the year. But yeah. Gorgeous quilting, Kelly. Okay, so Kathy also shared Rosa Gallica in the thread there, which is fantastic. June. So this is the second piece. And we've got a start there in the bottom left corner on a stamped piece. Wherever this piece is, it's 191 by 148. So it's fairly big. Okay. Yeah, emerald and garnet. Great stuff. June shared the pattern, the picture of this one. So this is the one. It's a nativity scene. Okay, Jess, or also known as Thready for Stitching, is working on Princess Asleep by Yvonne Gilbert, Heaven and Earth design, and it's stitched 2/1 on some 20 count, 6.69% complete. So let's just zoom in a little bit there, and that is beautiful. Love that. Princess Asleep. Okay, so our Laura over in New Zealand is traveling at the moment, but we'll catch up on replay. So Laura's birthday start is back out to get the rest of its days. This is Butterfly Ball, supersized max colour, Amy Stewart, on some 20 count easy guide, 2/1 full cross, and here is the first 900 stitches. So yeah, that's super cool. Oh, excuse me. How am I talking today? It's worn me out. And Laura has shared the mock-up here of a butterfly ball. So there we are. And again, it's another one of those pieces. Wherever you go and look at it, there's something to see. We've got waterfall, we've got swans, we've got an archway, we've got little fairy figurines, butterflies, fairy lights, different flowers, you name it. There's all sorts in this. Scrummy. Okay. Yeah, it's a supersized max colour there. Celia is trying to get to the 1,000 stitches for this rotation, and she has 150 to do. So Celia is working this piece stitched on the diagonal. And I think you may have shared a mock-up, Celia. Let me have a look. Yes. This is Mini Holiday Haven by Ray Powers, Heaven and Earth design. So if Christmas cottages are your thing, this one Celia showed us on Sunday, and I think I may even consider this one. And I'm trying not now to do any more new starts. I think this might just get added to the wheel because it's beautiful, like a gingerbread cottage. Okay, so Denise's chromatic dragon is worked on some 25 count easy grid 1/1, and that is her starting point. So approaching 2,000 stitches there, quick maths. And here Denise has shared the mock-up. So if you haven't seen the chromatic dragon and you like dragons, oh my goodness, Pain-Free Crafts have got you covered on this one. So this is artwork by Mikey Bergman. And yeah, I remember when this one was released. It was one of those that blew people away. So Patsy is working on the Four Seasons by Jacek Jurka, Heaven and Earth design, 25 count 1/1, and Patsy is at 1.72%. Top left start, some diagonal stitching going on here too. And I'm pretty sure that Patsy has shared with us a mock-up. Yeah, there it is. So one of our other group members, Hannah, is also stitching this one. And Hannah is working on the snow scene here at the bottom with the summer house. But yeah, so Patsy's working up there top left. Carla is tired from work, so she's diamond painting. This is Spring Showers, Randall Spangler, Diamond Art Club piece, and she is 59% completed. So it says here Dagmar at the bottom. And yeah, as you can see, this dragon is in the middle of his shower. Super cute. I don't stitch Randall Spangler, but I like them. I find them fun, but they're not my cup of tea to stitch. So the mock-up there is a little bit dark, but you get the idea. So there we go. Spring showers. I don't blame you, Carla. I would be exactly the same. Okay, so Emma Louise is a restart of an old whip, originally started in 2018. It was a first Haid, started at 2/1 on 25 count and felt it was too bulky. This time, she is working it on 1/1 on 28 count using the diagonal stitching. This is the Possibilities Evolution Rainbow by Walking Melons, and it's a retired chart. But as I zoom in on this corner here, it's not all black. We've got some greens and by the look of it, some browns in there too. And okay. Let's have a look. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, here is the mock-up of that piece. Now somebody else is stitching this. I think it's Dace. Dace, I think, is stitching this one. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Dace is stitching this one. Katinka is working away on The Little Cake Shop by Amy Stewart. Look at that. That's progressed, hasn't it? Katinka's added a couple of blue cakes below the shelf of cupcakes and has now started the sign above the plates and to the right. So we've added the blue cakes underneath and the sign up above. And it's starting to say bakery. Let me just zoom in. But yeah, look at these, the 2 plates at the back and the row of cupcakes. Isn't that fabulous? Ah, thank you, Sandy. Yes, it is Dace. Told you I watch a lot of FlossTube. Ashley is working on Christmas Wolf Painting Large by Jan Patrick Krasny, Charting Creations, 1/1, full cross on 25 count, easy count fabric. And this is 516,800 stitches big. And there is Ashley's start. So around and about just over 300 there, around 300, Ashley. 300, 320, something like that. Yeah. Okay. And Ashley has shared a mock-up. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that. And another piece where there's lots to look at. So you've got the wolves in the background, Northern Lights type imagery, icicles, books, a clock, a wreath, some cakes, a snow globe. There's all sorts to look at in that. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? I can see why I chose this one, Ashley. It's lovely. Cool. Okay, so let me just refresh and make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, so Anna Karen has posted about the missing portion. Okay, I think that's everything. Right, so, oh, yes, we do have a bell, Andy. Number 24 is a Finnish Bohemian Gardens by Carolyn Manning Designs, and this is stitched by Jennifer. So her whip go was to finish this one, and it's done. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful work. Okay. Let me just have a look and make sure we haven't missed anything else. Come on, turn off. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was Judy's. Okay, so this is the piece that I've been looking at for the stitch along. So if you would like to join in for the sale, this is the piece that I'm looking at. It's not expensive, just over £4, Great Britain. 8 Canadian dollars, around 8 Canadian dollars, and 5 US dollars. But if you don't wish to use this chart, you can use any piece of your choosing. But I've just figured that this was a really nice chart, something a little bit different. So yeah, that was the one I'm looking at for May. Okay. So I don't know if I showed this one previously, but I'm going to show it again if I haven't. So Louise on the 17th, so a couple of days ago. So no, I won't have shown this. Of course not. It's Monday. Thank you for letting me join this group. So Louise has been stitching for about 50 years. At first introduced to stitching by her mum. Her mum is now 93 and still shows great interest in Louise's stitching projects. And in the last few weeks, she's been working on the Nativity by Donna Gelsinger. And this week, she's put in 2,924 stitches. So now this piece has a stitch total of 11,981 out of the 87,750 in there. She's working this on 20 count fabric, 1/1 full cross, and she needs a change now but can't decide which one. But yeah, fabulous, Louise. Thank you very much. And welcome, of course, to the group. And there is Joyce. It was Karen Evans Ennis, who had a birthday as well. And that is Sew and Tell for today, everybody. So thank you all very much. Those of you who have shared a piece on the Sew and Tell thread. And there we are, there we have it. So wonderful work. Oh my days. Oh. Yes indeed, Sharon, fabulous stitching all round. Speaking of stitching, let's put in some more on this one because I haven't done an awful lot of stitching today. 700 on my magpie, and I've not even done 100 on this one yet. But yeah, so yeah, well done everybody, awesome work. Thank you very much for sharing. Your engagement in the group is absolutely wonderful. I love it. Hey June. So I've just done Sew and Tell and I've shown your pieces and they're looking fabulous. And I know that you enjoy your stamp cross stitch, and I'm looking forward to seeing them evolve. So yeah, great work. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, June. Thank you very much for sharing what you're doing with us. You know, like I said, everybody is welcome to share a piece for Sew and Tell. And, you know, we celebrate all milestones, however small, because they're all significant. So you might find that we ring the bell for you, even if you weren't expecting it. I've got it in my head now. That Sew and Tell song lives rent free in my head all week. Nick, you mentioned earlier that Haid were going through something. Do you happen to know? Yes, I do. So there has been the loss of a family member, a close family member, and I believe also that there has been issues with one of the family as well being diagnosed with cancer, or further in cancer treatment. I'm not sure which. However it is, it's certainly not a pleasant time for them as a family. Celia, you have been being tempted to break your no by. All right. Yeah, that piece is absolutely stunning of Ashley's. That Jan Patrick Krasny one. I tell you what, the person who gets Celia to break her no by, I might just be tempted to send them an RAK. I don't think Patsy's got that problem, have you, Patsy? You don't have any trouble with breaking a no by. Bless her, poor old Patsy. She does get a bit of a ribbon about her PayPal. But hey, you know, at the end of the day, it's Patsy's love of the hobby. We enjoy the hobby. And collecting patterns is a hobby in its own right. You become the curator of a fine collection of cross-stitching accoutrements. I don't know what's happening in the cross-stitch community this year. So much sadness. Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of people gone through an awful lot in the community, hasn't there? Okay. Let me just move my camera because we're going to be in this one. Oh, hey, Hannah. Just got home from parents' evening. Ugh, my least favourite thing. Yeah, Patsy is still busy there, working away on the Yerka piece that you've got ongoing as well. And you're very welcome for the mention. What you're doing is absolutely gorgeous. Oh no, Ashley, why did you have to tell me? Oh yes, Charting Creations. I've got a sale on too, by the sounds of things. So I mentioned yesterday on my floss tube that Tilton Crafts have a sale, and by the sound of it, so do Charting Creations. Why does my stitching look? There we go. Let's just zoom out a wee bit. Betty says, my birthday is in May and I love that symphony. So for it, I will ask for the threads and fabric as well. I'm glad you like it. It's one of those pieces that you either love it or not. If you like or don't mind abstract style of artwork, then you'll enjoy it. Patsy says, yes, and I'm going to will my tablet to someone. No need for all this loveliness to go to waste. Absolutely, Patsy. Yeah. Cross stitch, the ultimate in relaxation. And it brings me joy, you know, and happiness. Can you not click the bottle, love, please? It brings me joy and happiness. And I appreciate so much my stitchy time, especially as I get busier with work and I've suddenly become important. Sitting here in an evening with my cross stitch is perfect for me. It's absolutely needed. And spending my evening with friends is also needed. Oh, and of course, there's my family too. What say you, love? Spend an evening in the company of cross-stitch, friends and family. What could be better? It's even nicer when we've got something nice to share. Ashley says, Larry legit talked me out of an emotional mess, telling me I have a huge family here, and he's so right. Yeah, you absolutely do. We are all a family. My group might have near nigh 400 people in it, but we're still a family. The rule is no drama, and we spend our time uplifting one another, and I think that is so important. But yeah, we're all each other's family. The girls have now got so many aunties, it's ridiculous. Yes, Patsy, it's a lot of Christmas cards. No, me neither, Sharon. I don't do them either. I am far too busy cross stitching to do Christmas cards. Only certain family members get one. Enid doesn't do Christmas cards either. I only have my husband, our kids. Yeah. I think there's been a lot of, over the last few years, there's been a lot of people move away from physical Christmas cards. It's not like when I was a kid. I can remember bugging the heck out of my mum every Christmas over school. Can I have a pack of Christmas cards? I need to send my friends Christmas cards. And my mother would be like, oh, not more Christmas cards. But nah, I don't do Christmas cards. Try doing 25 of them. Yeah, that's, nah, I wouldn't want to, Hannah. Thank you very much, but no thanks. Hey, Bri. Good, thank you. How are you doing? We are just enjoying our Wednesday night with friends. Enid says, if I had extended family, I'd send a few. I have a brother, a sister, a stepdad, and his parents, and an auntie that I would send to. And let's be honest, it's dodgy if they do. I don't send many at all. They're just not my thing now. But yeah, it's a tradition that's definitely changed over the years. Okay, you answered this question many times, I guess, but how do you organise your rotation now with all the new whips? Okay, so I will happily answer it again for you, Brian, no problem at all. So when I started this year, I had 8 whips. I had one which was She Sleeps, focus on a finish, and the other 7 were in rotation. The way that my rotation works is I am doing over 2 days 1,000 stitches on a whip. So on a Monday and a Tuesday, I will do 1,000 stitches on my Monday, Tuesday whip. Sometimes I can do all of the stitches on the Monday. Sometimes I have to extend into the Tuesday. Any spare stitching time went on to focus for a finish. As soon as that's now done, it's going into this piece night cafe. Then on a Tuesday, for my floss tube, I will spin for a new start. And I will start that new start on a Wednesday and film a stitch with me. And it will go into the rotation after the project that I've worked on the Monday and the Tuesday. So it will just slot into the rotation there. So this week, on Monday, I worked on Van Gogh, Never Met the Fellowship. And I drew Magpie from the whip wheel. The next one should have been a stitching shelf. But since I drew the Magpie, the next one will then, or is then Magpie. And then a stitching shelf is kind of bumped down a step. So on a Wednesday, I work on the new piece, and again, I like to get 1,000 stitches in. So Wednesday and Thursday, I've done 700 stitches on Magpie today, so I will do another 300 tomorrow. And then once it's reached 1,000 stitches, I shall set it aside and pick this piece up again and carry on with extra stitches in this. Then on a Friday and Saturday, the next piece in rotation is now a stitching shelf. So stitching shelf will get 1,000 stitches between Friday and Saturday. And then again, once 1,000 stitches are done, this piece, Night Cafe, will get the extra stitches. And then Sunday, I get all day to stitch. So I have a Sunday stitch piece, which this week will be Cosmic Marbles. And once I've got 1,000 stitches into it, I will put it aside. And again, I'll pick up Night Cafe if I get an opportunity, because I may not. And then on my live stream on Sunday, I will pick up again the piece that I started on the Wednesday. So in this instance, it will be Magpie, and Magpie will get an extra outing on the live stream. And then on Monday, the next piece in the rotation will be, let me have a look because I can't remember. After Cosmic Marbles, so on Monday it'll be Lord of the Rings Stained Glass, and then I'll draw a new whip for the Wednesday one, and then we'll go on to some other pieces then later next week. So yeah, so I have 4 pieces, each of them get 1,000 stitches, and then any extra stitchy time that I get, I add into Night Cafe. My live stream, I work Night Cafe on the Wednesday stream, and whatever I've started as a new start on Sunday. So I'm working on 5 different projects over the week. If that makes sense, it may do, it may not. Which I absolutely get. I probably have a bit of a strange way of working my whips. Ashley has to go for dinner. Thanks for stream once again. Have a good evening, everyone. Have a wonderful dinner, Ashley. And we'll see you soon. All right, and you take care. Your rotation sounds so confusing to me. I have 2 whips and just work on which one calls to me that day. It's absolutely fine, Peggy. I just happen to have a lot of whips now this year, especially as I've added some in. But yeah, I do enjoy my stitching, and I had no new starts at all last year. So this year, I think I'm definitely deserving of these new ones. And I had the kits gifted to me, or I'd saved for them. So why not? Betty says, I wonder how many skeins do you have in your full set for each colour, and how often do you buy floss, or do you have cones for every colour? So I don't have cones for every colour. There are 474 colours in, I think 474 in the DMC list, not counting variegated threads because I don't use those. I have probably nearing 400 of those on cones. I take what I need directly from the cone, and whenever I take off to top up my master set, I usually take at least 8 meters off the cone. So a skein's worth at a time. Some of the colours, which I use an awful lot, such as 310, I keep the cone right next to me. 3371, 3799, 938, and so on, the ones that we do use a lot. I have in a separate box, because those are the ones that I will need to add additional top-ups to more frequently. In terms of buying floss, I would say probably every 6 months I might have to put in a floss order somewhere just to top up for the cones that I don't have, because there are a couple of them, the popular colours, that have now run out. So yeah, but I get that I'm really lucky to have the cones, because I used to kit and they are leftovers from my kitting days, and you know, they are very important to me, because it certainly keeps me stitching, and I don't have to worry about going and buying skeins of floss here and there. But when I do buy floss online, for example, I think it was 3855 I'd run out of on the cone, and when I went to order it, I ordered 10 skeins, because there's no point in ordering 1 or 2, because in a couple of months' time I might have to order it again. So I order it in 10 skein increments. I usually order online by such as Lakeside Needlecraft, but I'll have a look wherever has DMC on sale, because I only use DMC. I don't use CXC, I don't use Royal Broderie or any of the other ones. I am a DMC girl through and through. And that is by no means to say that if you opt to use other brands, that's wrong, because it's not. We all have our own preferences about what we use. And I know some people absolutely love CXC floss, for example. I had a question on one of my videos this week about washing, and was I not concerned that the colour would bleed? Well, I've never ever had DMC bleed, or if I did, the guidance, if ever you're washing a piece and the thread bleeds, is to keep rinsing it until the water runs clear, because the bleeding is excess dye that's been allowed to dry onto the thread rather than soak in. Bryce says it totally makes sense. Great, I'm glad to hear that. But I do get that, you know, for you, Peggy, that it doesn't, you know, and it's absolutely fine. But yeah, 1,000 stitches at a time on each project means a fairly good chunk of progress every time it's picked up and worked on. Progress that you can see. You know, sometimes we see people on floss tube, and again, I'm certainly not saying that it's wrong, that there's 100 or 200 stitches that have gone into a piece. But for me, if I put in 1,000, I can see the progress that I've made, and it makes me happy.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Be happy.
Don't worry, be happy now. So yeah, everyone's different. Every stitcher is different. Every person's preferences are different. Some people bobbinate, some people floss card, some people use bags or envelopes even. Some people use floss drops. I like these ball tip needles. Some people dislike them. It wouldn't do for us all to be the same, would it? That's what makes this world unique, is the people in it and the differences we have. And I certainly am not one of those people that says my way is the only way. I absolutely embrace it when people say, well, I do something different. Well, fantastic. What do you do? I might steal that idea. You never know. It might be something that I will adopt. We can all learn from each other, I think. What say you, love? Me and Andy learn from each other all the time. And he'll come home with facts about villagers.
Not necessarily a good thing.
Oh, it's always a good thing because it means you're learning something. You know, if you can learn one thing a day, you go to bed with a better knowledge than what you had yesterday.
Well, I'm not disputing that.
Can't dispute it because it's absolutely true. If you take the time to learn one new thing, you go to bed with a better knowledge. Now, whether you'd remember it the following day is another matter. I am personally a big fan of learning something new every day. Okay. Tina says, I'm waiting to see what I can learn from Andy when he visits my home village.
Where is that?
Yeah, where's your home village, Tina? He may have already been.
He may have done. It's not very likely, but I may have done.
If you don't want to share on here, that's absolutely fine. You can pop me a message via Facebook. Celia, anyone know how long the sale is on at Charting Creations? And Celia is asking for a friend. Oh, goodness gravy.
Why? Huh?
I have the stream on in the back. I'm not sure, Celia, but can ask Nikki and get back to you in group. That'd be great if you could, Ashley. Tina is Irchester in Northants, near the Bedfordshire border.
Yeah. I know Irchester. I've not been there yet, but I know Irchester.
Not been there yet, Tina. But there's your challenge. You have to give Tina something new to learn about Irchester in your video.
Okay. I'll do my best. I'm afraid Northamptonshire is a county I very, very, really do need to get on with and start properly because I haven't really started it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of videos in it, but not many, and I need more. I need more. I like Northants.
Okay. Tina says she left at 18 for university and stayed in Leicester after uni.
Oh, yeah.
And Sharon says you need to start Essex so that I can go for coffee.
I have a couple in Essex already.
Yes, Andy's done a couple in Essex.
I've only done 6 of them, but, you know, it's a big county, is Essex. That's another one I need to get properly on with. Oh.
Need to get properly on with lots of them.
I don't know. I'll get there eventually.
You will.
Great if you live in Nottinghamshire, the East Riding, or South Yorkshire. I've done all them. They're all done. If you live in Derbyshire as well, because I've got a good chunk of them and all.
Okay, 9:02. So lots of coffees then. Absolutely. No sugar for me. I'm sweet enough, allegedly. Just a drop of skim milk if you've got no sugar. See, I might not make it myself, but I still know how I take it. I might be having a look and see about the Essex Needles retreat. Although, to be fair, I haven't looked particularly hard, but I know that Sharon goes to Essex Needles occasionally. So, but yeah, that'd be quite nice to go to Essex Needles.
Whereabouts in Essex is that?
It's usually at Stansted.
Oh yeah. Which is, I know it's in it. Well, hang on. Stansted. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Stansted
Essex.
is in Essex. Yeah.
So you can't tell me it's not. I used to live
Yeah,
not
no,
far from there, you know.
It's because it's right close to the
It's the
Hertfordshire
border.
border. That's why.
Well, the last I knew it was at Stansted. It could have changed. I don't know. Yeah. And Andy has to expand to Portugal.
Would that be Carla saying that?
Yeah. Because we have a lot of castles with coffee and my name.
Oh dear, Carla. I'm not even sure what the lowest form of government is in Portugal.
How have you been getting on with the weather in Portugal, Carla? Because
You've got me intrigued now.
I've seen that recently there's been a lot of rainy weather over in Portugal. How have you been managing with it? Sharon says it's this weekend that they will put up details of March 2026 retreat in the next couple of weeks. Right, okie dokie. I guess there's no chance of being waitlisted then. Patsy says that you've got Scotland to do first. They're all fighting over you here, Andy, I tell you. And
they can fight over me. I don't know how good it's gonna do.
Carla says
I got my own plan going on.
Carla says in Portugal, and she says, Andy, go please see village Sintra in Portugal.
Is that where Carla is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sharon says, come to the retreat for the weekend, book Andy in for the accommodation, then he can go out and film for the day. That's
a brilliant idea.
So I will be looking at March 2026 indeed.
Okay, that sounds good. I can do that.
Yeah, Andy can go off and film. I can sit in a room and stitch.
That sounds remarkably familiar to something we've done before.
Only when I've gone out with you and I've been a little unwell and I've stayed behind. I don't think I've ever gone to a retreat and you been in the hotel and me gone stitching.
No, that's something we've not done, but you are familiar with the idea of...
Oh, I'm definitely familiar with the concept, absolutely. And I'm certainly not objecting to it.
I wonder why not.
Yeah, Sharon, if you see it released, let me know and I'll try and book in. Yes, we have Jana after Catherine, and now we are in with Martino, rain and wind all the time. Oh, heck. Yeah, there's a couple of Portuguese or people who live in Portugal that I follow on YouTube, and they've said that it's been very rainy, very wet, and very unpleasant. 938. I would say, what a weather. Sintra is patrimony of humanity. Great stuff. Yes, they will do. They normally tell us when it will be released at the retreat, so I will let you know. Brilliant. Thank you, Sharon. So I'll be looking in for lots of retreats next year. Because there's a big stitch as well. And 3 that I've got booked in. Quite the stitchy butterfly. Found the post for sale. It's until March 20th at midnight. Ooh, so you've only got 24 hours, Celia, to make the decision to break or not to break. Carla says he go with Fernando, see the castles because the road is in the wrong direction for him, and he stitch on the beach. Yeah. So yeah, we can send Andy off out with Fernando to the castles, and me and you can stitch. Sharon, just had an epic fail. Brought my son some heavy duty socks for work. They're black. They have the word work around the cuff. However, I forgot that he wears shorts during the summer. Oh dear.
Whoops.
He said, I can't walk around with those words around my ankles. Bless him. Oh, what were you thinking, Sharon?
Who knows?
We had a sort out this weekend, didn't we?
We did.
So I've got a chest of drawers in my bedroom.
Which was overflowing.
Yep, it holds my night things, my swimming costumes and summer night clothes. It holds my underclothes, and in the second drawer down, it has socks. And every so often, I will go and I would try and find something out the drawer, and either I couldn't find it, or the drawers wouldn't open, or something went wrong. So I lost my cool with it, shall we say. I said, right, that's that. I'm having a bin bag, and we're going to clear out the drawers. So we turfed out of one chest of drawers, 1.5 bin bags full. Got rid of a load of odd socks. Got rid of a lot of old underwear, which no longer fits me because I'm so slim these days. And thinned out some other bits and pieces as well. You could have got Mr. Men motifs. Yeah, do you know what? You probably, yeah. I would have probably just done that for the giggles anyway.
For lols.
Yep. Indeed, for the lols with a Z. Okay. Here, 3834. 3834. Chuckling now about Mr. Men motifs. Which Mr. Man would it have been, though, Sharon? Because I think for Andy it would have to be Mr. Happy. What do you think, dear?
Maybe.
Pain in the neck. Can't argue with that. Absolutely can't argue with that. Mr. Pain in the neck. I'd be Little Miss Yorkshire and it'd be Miss How Bloody Much. Did my electricity and gas readings today. Thankfully they've gone down a bit because we're not using quite as much with nights getting lighter, and we've taken turned the heater off in the living room now, the extra heater. But yeah, it's still a lot of money for energy at the moment. It's not getting any better, unfortunately. The cost of living. Did you floof again?
I might have done.
Oh dear. You can't take you anywhere, can we?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but you floof your way through. Like Hannah does in the morning. Oh, if you watch my Saturday Stitch with me, I'm pretty sure that you'll hear Hannah having a little parpy parp. He's good at that. Second time's to apologise.
That's usually right.
And what's the third time? Sheer bloody mindedness.
Oh, it could be.
Sharon says, I'm on countdown until he moves out. I was just putting an offering on the house, so fingers crossed, and I'll then be rich. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I don't think Hannah will ever leave home. She says the rent's cheap and the food's good. So that's me set, I think. But at least she'll be here to look after me when I'm old and decrepit. He won't when he realises how much everything costs. No, that's true.
You are not ever going to be old and decrepit.
And I feel pretty decrepit at the moment.
You shouldn't.
Well, I feel it.
You shouldn't.
I feel it.
You can feel it.
I feel absolutely worn out at the minute.
Yeah, only because you're training people at work.
Well, I suppose.
That's not the last effort.
No, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay.
Or at least it's well, it'll last for as long as they need you to train them, I guess. But
Yeah.
you don't know how long that's going to be, do you?
No. Okay, ladies and gents, if David is still in.
Is he still in? David, you there?
Don't know. We are about done. We've done 2 hours of chat and comedy
And ringing the bell.
and sharing the stitching.
Yep, sharing the stitching. The bell's going on now.
And it is time for me to clear off and climb up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire.
Another county I haven't really got into yet.
Ah, you see, there you go. So I will bid you all a very good night and say to take care, happy stitching, and continue as you are by being kind. And I will see you Sunday stream if you are around. That is 241 stitches today. Oh, let me just, there we go. Victoria's put over 200 stitches in. Great stuff. Thank you for the love. No worries at all. But yeah, so have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will catch up with you guys on Sunday for live. But of course, we will have Stitch with me and stuff out. I'm getting weighed tomorrow as well. So you may see a post or two about me getting weighed. So have a great evening, everybody. And bye-bye for now. Bye.